Welcome back. We're now joined by Susie Roos. She is the Senior Director of Nursing Quality at the county-run Beaufort Memorial Hospital. Susie, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Kevin. It's great to be here.
Hey, I'm very happy you're here. So if there's angels in heaven, they're all nurses. This week is National Nurses Week. Tell us what you're doing to support your staff.
Well, we support our staff every day by providing adequate resources so they can do an excellent job. And we specifically are having a pancake breakfast this morning, and we have multiple activities planned throughout the week to really celebrate our bedside heroes.
Well, pancakes are always the way to get into somebody's heart. Tell us about specifically what you're doing to retain your nursing staff, as there's been an extremely high rate of turnover on your staff over the past couple of years.
Yeah, well, we're not alone in the United States with the challenge of nursing turnover. And so we have a structure in place that has allowed us to become designated as a Pathway to Excellence hospital. And that structure really supports the staff nurse at the bedside. It allows for an excellent practice environment. And the way we do this is to involve our frontline staff nurses in all the interdisciplinary decision-making that happens that affects their practice at the bedside. So we provide for a lot of support for them to be away from the bedside when they have to attend meetings with other disciplines like the pharmacists or the medical directors, related to issues that have popped up that we realize that might result in a patient safety problem. So what do we need to do to improve that? So an excellent practice environment really translates into happier nurses, and happier nurses translates into happier patients. So it's like if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So we keep our staff nurses as satisfied as we possibly can within the constraints of healthcare reimbursement. And we hope that that decreases our nursing turnover. We have other support services that we are also concerned about. Our nursing assistants, for instance, they're the right hand of the registered nurse. So we put processes in place that support them as well. I think probably adequate staffing, nurse-to-patient ratios is the biggest thing. And then having a voice where they can be heard is also very high.
Yeah, my mom is a nurse at BMH. She loves it. A couple years ago, you hired my best friend right out of USCB. My question is, we have a lot of nurses coming on staff that are fresh out of college. Do you think there's any liability to the hospital with having so many inexperienced nurses? And what specifically are you doing to help folks who don't have a lot of experience in nursing as they arrive on the floors?
So new nurses, new grads is something that we have a very strong process in place to support them. We have a 12-week orientation program that they have a nurse educator from the education department and a preceptor that they're matched with, and they stay with that preceptor throughout those first 90 days. They do all the rotations with that preceptor. That preceptor then meets with the educator and the nurse manager of that unit on a weekly basis and evaluates the progress of the nurse, of the new grad. And these are tailor-made, competency-based orientation programs. So as the nurse evolves in her practice, then the preceptor kind of steps back a little bit and lets that new grad take on more and more responsibility. As we evaluate as they go along, we realize that they may need a little extra time, and we'll add on a week or two, whatever that staff nurse needs.
All right, Susan Roos is the Senior Director of Nursing Quality at the county-run Beaufort Memorial Hospital. Susie, please come back and talk to us again soon. It's great to have you.
Thanks so much for having me.
Hey, the pleasure was mine.